My name is Susan, and I live in Cambridge, Ontario, and I am a therapeutic touch practitioner. So, a little bit about me. As a young mother, I constantly explored holistic health options for myself and my family's well being. I really wanted to go holistic as much as possible. And I was drawn to energy work, energy healing a number of years ago. And this has really become an amazing journey for me. I'm very compassionate by nature, and so I understood easily the positive and healing effect of a deep embrace. And a deep embrace is much, much more than a hug. When you are engaged with a person in an embrace that's 20 to 30 seconds long, it actually reduces your anxiety. You are so engaged with that individual that you're hugging, that you're embracing, and it's an amazing experience. It really, really is. So I studied Reiki, and then someone told me something about therapeutic touch, and I wanted to know more. And so therapeutic touch is a modern energy modality based on ancient healing practices. And when I started to study that, I got very excited because it's so simple and it's evidence-based. And there are so many studies that have been done and that are listed on the Therapeutic Touch Network of Ontario's website, of which I am a member. And the proof is absolute how it is so positively affects the physiology of a body and all parts of it, because it's just energy and we are all energy. So this is my journey and I'm so glad to be embarked on it. And that's what I provide members of HopeSpring Therapeutic Touch. And I did it even when we were in COVID lockdown. I did it by distance and it was very, very well received. So when I provide a therapeutic touch session, which is part treatment and part rest, I assist the healing partner by moving energy. And the energy field is so important, and therapeutic touch helps restore order, harmony, and balance. And most of the time when I'm finished with a session with a member, I remind them that they can, at times of anxiety or pain or difficulty sleeping, they can come back to this moment, how they felt during the treatment and after the treatment. They can re-invoke that feeling, and that can help them when they're having a difficult time. And I've had many members recount the fact that they've done that and it really helped them. So I provide therapeutic touch sessions for members at Benton Street in person on the second Saturday of the month in the afternoon. And to sign up for this, they just need to, through HopeSpring's website session. So my mother-in-law died of cancer, and she had many different cancer surgeries over the 22 years that she suffered from it. My sister-in-law has cancer. She's actually palliative right now. I have a number of friends who have either gone through that journey themselves or a close family member. So I can say quite honestly, probably every family I know has had someone in their family being touched by this. Former colleagues. It's an insidious disease, and every support that we can provide to someone who's going through this, and not just themselves, but family members, caregivers. Therapeutic touch is so helpful in that regard. And so I'm grateful that I now have this practice that I can help others. Many years ago, I was doing something else, and a colleague at the time talked about her mother's cancer journey, and that HopeSpring was instrumental in giving her a feeling of hope and providing support when she really, really needed it. And so the name was already in my thoughts. And as I explored opportunities to give back to the community where I could, there were a few places that I considered. HopeSpring was the first. And I also volunteer at Hospice Waterloo Region in the residence. Knowing that receiving a therapeutic touch session helps restore order, harmony, and balance and wholeness. It's not meant to cure anyone. So it's a complementary therapy, and it can be a part of integrative medicine. So where you have different treatments, they can really cause you serious pain, and therapeutic touch is restorative. So it can give you more peace, less anxiety. It can help restore your sense of balance. And I just felt that I could give back to the community, and this was a good way for me to do it. I've probably been in the program at least a year before COVID, and I can't honestly say how many people I've helped. At first, it was in person at a previous location, and then COVID. And there was a time where during COVID, I was actually doing 2 sessions a month, 2 days a month, Monday evening and second Saturday of the month. And I would hazard a guess probably close to 75, 80 people. I had a member who was scheduled for a distance session during COVID, and she was in Florida, not even close by. And she was frantic because she was trying to get home and couldn't get home. So we chatted a little bit. I gave her a therapeutic touch session. And in the end, she was crying on the phone because she felt that she was heard and felt overall her anxiety was much, much less. Somebody said to me, "How can it possibly work?" And I said, "How does the radio work?" Tell me, how does a radio work? Well, you tune into a frequency. And I said, and so I, as a recognized practitioner, have the education and the experience to tune in to the frequency of this healing partner that I'm engaged with, to be able to scan for cues that may direct me in treating certain areas of the body, but it's a treatment that goes from top to bottom. I am not hinged to the outcome. I'm not attached to the outcome. So I'm not focusing on, oh, she says she has a sore knee, or she has an upset stomach, or she has a headache. I don't focus on that. Therapeutic touch is throughout the whole energy field. And I focus on unruffling. I focus on calming certain areas that seem prickly to me, or provide energy where there's a depletion of energy, and you can feel that because it's cold. And so as you focus on the whole field, you don't restrict the energy, and it can do a much better job than if I would try to pinpoint. I'm not actually touching them. I do ask permission always to enter their energy field. That's a priority. I start with from a position of love and compassion. That's a priority. And I make sure that I listen for any cues that might come to me. It might be a sound I hear. It might be a smell, a feeling. It's not limited to just a feeling that I feel in the air. And the member may feel something prickly, or a change in temperature, or all of a sudden it's like a whoosh of opening, and it just keeps flowing and flowing. And so for grounding purposes, I always ask permission to touch gently at their feet and their shoulders, but it's not a requirement. It's important to understand that every practitioner is different. Every member is different. Every session is different based on where they are at that moment. This is my healing partner. And I'm just going to start the session as if it were an individual who I've never met, and he doesn't know anything about therapeutic touch. Okay? So, therapeutic touch is a modern version energy modality based on ancient healing practices. It's to help restore order, harmony, and balance and wholeness to the best of your body's ability. It will never be suggested that it's going to cure anything, but it can help provide your body with the additional support that it may need at this time. Are you comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
So, do I have permission to enter your energy field?
Yes.
Okay. Do I have permission to provide a light touch?
Yes.
Okay. And you'll know the session is both treatment and rest. And you'll know I'm done the treatment portion. I'll provide you a light touch on your elbow. Okay? So, you may experience some tingling or some heat, or you may see something. Your comfort is my priority. If you're not comfortable with anything at any time, please let me know right away.
Mm-hmm.
I can change the intensity, but therapeutic touch is quite gentle. It can do no harm. So for this session, I'd like you to, in your thoughts, go to a time or a place where you felt most at peace, and just rest there a little while. And if your thoughts wander, just very gently bring them back. I'm going to scan if I find any cues and then proceed my work. So it's during this scanning portion, I'm trying to sense if I notice any cues, if I feel an area is too hot or too cold, or sometimes it might feel prickly, then I can work with the energy field and work on those areas. If I find no cues, I will still proceed with general clearing or unruffling. So what I'm doing now is I'm grounding. The energy can flow better if it knows where to go. When you have a garden hose that's flowing freely, the water goes without hindrance. But when life happens and your energy field experiences any kind of trauma, whether that's physical or emotional trauma, the loss of a pet, the loss of a job, cancer, all of those things can be like your garden hose really getting kinked. Restoring the order, harmony, and balance and energy flow during therapeutic touch helps unkink that hose, but allowing the energy to find the place to go down to Mother Earth through the feet. That's essential. So I always do grounding very close to the beginning. Every practitioner will develop their own style. You can see I'm not touching the healing partner at all, only for the grounding. It isn't necessary. So I would continue this until I step back and I ask if there's any more work that needs to be done. And I will intuitively know if there is. If there is, I will continue that work. And then before I feel I might be finished, I do a reassessment. And if I feel my work is done and the energy is rebalanced, then I will let the healing partner know I'm finished the treatment portion. And then there's the rest period. Quite often the rest period is as long as the treatment portion. It's very essential for this rest period to help fully integrate the changes in the energy field. Once the rest is complete, I quite often offer the healing partner water. I suggest they have an easier or not too intense rest of their day, and drink a lot of water over the next 24 to 48 hours. They can re-invoke the feeling that they have. This helps relax them. It helps it helps reduce anxiety. So for someone who's very anxious about treatments that they're receiving for their cancer journey, or experiencing real anxiousness about their overall prognosis, they can think back to how they felt during this session. Take a few minutes in a quiet space, take some deep breathing, and bring themselves back to that moment. That also really, really helps them going forward. So that's the basic therapeutic touch session. For someone who's considering whether this is something they would like to experience, all I can say is try it. Just try it, just once, and you can feel the benefits. But again, I have to have permission. If I, as a practitioner, don't have permission, then I can't do the session. So for someone who's looking to see if this might just be a little bit of a help, I mean, a carpenter doesn't have just one tool in his toolbox. He has many things that help him do his work. And as you go through your cancer journey, or as you're a caregiver and you are helping your spouse or a family member in their cancer journey, you can also receive this benefit from Therapeutic Touch to help you go through this time. Give it a try.